Hi, everybody. It's May 8th, 2025. And today I want to talk about truth. Um, During my growth, even at the tough stages when I was in my younger 20s, around that area, life was tough because I was just out of high school, basically, and I didn't know. There was a question of I didn't know what I was, and my confidence was taken away. And so I found myself thinking deeper than I've ever thought in my whole life up to that point. And so I came upon a truth or two, and those really seemed to revolutionize my course about going about things in my life. And so what happened was I started to kind of worship those truths. But over time, their effect faded away and they didn't do much anymore. And so I sought out truths. And so I would find new truths and they would peter out again. And I was wondering why this was. I was looking for a silver bullet because I thought that if I found a truth that would solve all my problems and I would have confidence again and I would be at peace and I would be happy. But the thing with truths is that once you find one, it is good to analyze it and to go deep into it and to use it to implement change for the betterment of your life. But they should be looked at as way stations. You find your way to a truth and you just you mine it. You mine it for all it's worth, and then you got to go on. When you see the effects of it starting to yield less and less results, you got to keep on walking in life, and you can't get discouraged because that truth it isn't a catalyst as it used to be. You can't be discouraged. That's just the way life is. And I'm not saying that isn't tough and that isn't hard to go through, but it is. But that's just the way it is. And sometimes you will find peace with just appreciating your life at the moment. It doesn't have to be a ground-breaking truth that saves you from anguish for a moment. Sometimes we just come upon areas of life that are just peaceful and make you happy. Being happy is not as rare as you might think it is. It's just that there's like a baseline level of tari, of work, of anxiety that we go through in this modern living, that you may think that life is tough and unfair and hard, but it's just that they're just louder. Those negative realities of our life are just louder. And when we come to a truth, that rises, it peaks above that baseline and it brings us up. And so when you find the truth, remember it, enjoy it, but remember it. And then once you find another truth, you kind of like connect it to a puzzle, and they might not connect right away, but just keep collecting those truths, and eventually you will have a structure of yourself and you will know who you are. And once you know who you are, that's very powerful. So I hope this helps. Thanks.